You can't succeed in business unless you have good decision-making skills. And even good decision makers often make decisions that they regret later. So today we're going to talk about some common decision-making mistakes to avoid and some tips on how to make good business decisions. One of the mistakes that people commonly make is to rely too much on expert information. The experts have some good information to offer, but we also have to use our own judgment because sometimes their information doesn't work in our organization or in our situations. Another problem is underestimating the value of expert information. If you go about making decisions without doing any research, you may not have enough information to make a good decision. Another problem is when people second-guess their decisions. Sometimes they second-guess and hesitate to the point where they don't actually put the decision into action. Another mistake that people often make is to ignore their instincts or gut feelings about a decision. Daniel Goleman, a pioneer in the area of emotional intelligence, researched successful entrepreneurs. He found that every single one of them made decisions based on not just the facts at hand, but also their gut feelings. So let's not reject our instincts and gut feelings. They're important information. All right, let's break down the process of decision making and look at the steps involved in making a sound decision. Number one, define your decision in specific terms. Make sure we understand what the decision is, what the risks are, and what is the value to the organization if we make the right decision. The second step is to brainstorm alternatives before we do research. Sit down and write down as many alternatives as you can, and this will help you to come up with more creative alternatives. Step number three is to do some actual research and get expert information. Add as many alternatives based on that research as you can. Step number four, now that you have a good list of alternatives, make sure that you research the specifics. Look at each one of them and try to determine the feasibility and what are the possible obstacles that you might encounter for each one. Number five is to do a thorough evaluation of each alternative. What are the plus and minuses of each one? Determine the value of each alternative. Number six is where we want you to visualize the outcomes. This is where you get your gut feeling or instinct about how well you think each one of the alternatives will work for you. Step number seven is the reality check. Now that you know how you feel about each alternative, let's take a look at the facts and bounce them off of the feelings that you have about each alternative. Number eight is to make your selection. Now that you've seen your different alternatives, how you feel about them, and the feasibility of each one, make the call and determine which alternative you're going to use. Step number nine is to take action. Again, don't second guess yourself. If you've done a good job of researching, getting the facts together, and bouncing them against your feelings, make the call and put your decision into action. Step number 10 is to review the outcomes. See how well your decision is working. There's a very good chance that you'll have to make adjustments along the way, and sometimes, let's face it, we've chosen the wrong decision. We need to change our minds and go through the decision process again. If you'd like an in-house workshop on how you can improve the decision-making process in your organization, please go to stezzitraining.com. Thank you.